Hello and welcome back to my channel. So in this video I'm going to do something different that I kind of always wanted to do, and that's do a tier list. So in this video we're going to do a tier list of SeaWorld Orlando and Busch Tampa's roller coasters. Now when you put them together there's about 16 roller coasters, so this would be pretty cool to do and how I rank them and whatnot. I gave them 5 unique categories. They are the following: epic, pure fun, it's okay, just here for the credit, and never rode. So without further ado, let's get started on this list. Alright, so we're going to start with Air Grover, which is located at Busch Gardens, Tampa. I never rode it. I'm not really into kiddie coasters like that, so it's like, why would I want to ride it? If I ever ride it, it'll be only for POV or, video purposes. So yeah, never rode it. Next coaster is Cheetah Hunt, and for me this is just pure fun. It doesn't have to be the most intense coaster. It does what it needs to do. It's very relaxing, more relaxing than thrilling, but I like how it's nice and long, and it's just pure fun coaster. It doesn't need to be anything else. I just love it. All right, so the next coaster we have is Cobra's Curse, and for me this coaster is just okay. It doesn't really do much for me. It's a fun family coaster. It does a lot of things right. It's great for the family. It's just not for my demographic. All right, the next coaster we have is Icebreaker. And man, if it wasn't for the comfort collars, I would put it at pure fun, but right now it's just okay. It's so annoying to get in and out of those cars, and it's just so tight, and then the comfort collars just makes it worse. And then as a layout overall, I think the ride is unbalanced because it has those really extreme airtime moments, but the rest of the ride is just okay. So yeah, overall it's just an okay ride. Alright, so the next coaster we have is Gwazi, and of course this is an epic coaster. It's like, why wouldn't I put it any else but epic? It's a very epic ride. We all know that. I don't need to go any further. Let's move on. So the next coaster is Journey to Atlantis, and to be honest, I usually skip this ride when I go to SeaWorld Orlando. I really don't have a reason to ride it. Maybe I go to the single rider line if it's available, but usually when I go to SeaWorld Orlando, I kind of skip this ride. I go to other coasters and that's pretty much it. So the next coaster is Kraken. Now this one is a tough one to put because it's a fun ride, but would I want to go and rewrite it over and over again? Maybe if it was back in the earlier times when it was made, but now, because it's not as rough as Kumba, but it's not the smoothest. So I don't know. This is a hard one, actually. I'm not sure which one. I'm not sure where I want to put Kraken. Well, let me just ask myself this simple question: do I see myself rewriting this if I ever go to SeaWorld Orlando? If everything else was closed and this was the only ride that's open, would I rewrite this? Yes. Okay. Pure fun. I'll leave it at that. Kumba is a hard one because it's much older than Kraken and is much rougher than Kraken. So, but at the end of the day, if anything else wasn't open and this was the only ride, would I rewrite it? Yes. And maybe because I'm a little bit biased, but this is a pure fun ride. I just love this ride so much. Like, I was there. I have history with this ride, y'all. Y'all just don't know. But anyway, moving on. We have Mako. Mako is epic. When I did my Mako review, I was a little bit harsh on it, but when I went back in June, I was just like, whoa, that was pretty damn good. And those airtime moments was pretty forceful. They were more forceful than I remember. But yeah, Mako is still epic ride. All right, so the next coaster we have is Manta. Manta, would I rewrite this over and over again? Probably not. I mean, it's a very good ride. It's not a ride I would ride over and over again. So with that said, I would have to put you on It's Okay, but at the very, very top of It's Okay, because you're really more borderline. But at the end of the day, I would not re-ride Manta just because you're laying on your back the majority of the time, and I'm old, y'all. I can't be in that position for that long. But yeah, moving on, we have Montu, and as old as this coaster is, it's still a very epic ride. I mean, it's very smooth for its age. I mean, it's not the smoothest, it's not glass smooth, but it's still smooth. And the way you just whip through those inversions, that 0G roll, that bat wing, the final eversion, is just insane. This ride is nuts and one of the best inverts I've ever ridden. All right, so the next coaster is Serpent, and just like Journey to Atlantis, it's really not worth riding. The only time I rode it was just to get a POV. Most of the time I'm ignoring this ride. There's really no point of me wanting to ride it. There's nothing wrong with mouse coasters in general, but they're everywhere, and once you've written one, you've written them all. So, all right, so the next coaster is Scorpion. One thing is okay because it's just, you know, it has a loop and it has its forces, but it's not that bad. But on another sense, it's still a fun ride. You know, it's smooth. It's the oldest coaster in the park, but it's still very smooth, which is insane. Is it a coaster that I wouldn't mind rewriting? No, I wouldn't mind. So yeah, I will put Scorpion at pure fun, like right below Kumba, as a matter of fact, because like Manta, it's kind of borderline. It's kind of borderline, but yeah, Scorpion is fun. I would ride Scorpion over and over if I had no choice. All right, so the next ride is Sheikra. This is another tough one because while I think Sheikra is pure fun, you know, it's still just a one-trick pony in my opinion. I mean, it's a very good one-trick pony, and it's a ride that is very repeatable. And I have to say, my last couple of rides on Sheikra, they were great rides. It was very smooth. Like they've been maintaining this ride very well. So, yeah, I'll put you up here fun. Yeah, I'll put you above Kumba just because you're smoother than Kumba. All right, the next coaster is Super Grover Soapbox Derby, I think it's called. Never rode it. It's crazy because before I did the tier list, I didn't know that both of the kiddie coasters at the parks were were based off of Grover. So that's funny. But yeah, I never rode the Grover coasters. I will have to ride them at one point just to get footage. So yeah. And then the final coaster is Tigris, and just like its brethren Icebreaker, if it wasn't for the freaking comfort collars, I would put this at pure fun because I like the Skyrocket 2 model. It's a very simple model. It does its job very well. The launch is very intense. I like the hang time. Well, I take that back. I would like the hang time better if it wasn't for the freaking comfort collar, because if I rode it, I want to actually feel myself hanging on the lap bar, you know. Yeah, as for now, it's just okay. If it didn't have the comfort collars, it would be at pure fun. And it looks like we are out of coasters. Let me double check my list and make sure they're in the correct order. Iron Gwazi, Montu, Mako, that's correct. Cheetah Hunt, Kraken, Sheikra, Kumba, Scorpion. Yeah, that's about right. Manta, Cobra's Curse. Cobra's Curse actually is at the bottom of the it's okay. So Manta, Tigris, Icebreaker, Cobra's Curse. Yeah, that looks better. Journey to Atlantis, Serpent. Doesn't really matter. They're both kind of equal. And then, of course, I never wrote those. And that's pretty much it. This is the final list of the coasters for both parks. And yeah, stick by it. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like this video. That lets me know that I can make more videos like this. Probably I can do a certain chain or certain different types of coasters. I don't know. Y'all let me know what y'all want to see. If you want to watch more roller coaster content, check out this POV right here. Thank you for watching. Take care.